Rewired, the inner science of self-worth, boundaries and becoming, created and written by Mendel, a sanctuary for feminine healing, inner rewiring, and energetic alignment. Introduction. You are not broken. You are not broken. You are not too much. You are not behind. You are simply patterned, shaped by stories, systems, and survival strategies that were never yours to begin with. This audiobook is your invitation to gently unravel those patterns, not through shame or hustle, but through awareness, softness, and a quiet, grounded remembering. You are here to become the woman who feels safe, soft, sovereign, and whole. To rise, not through force, but through frequency. This is not about fixing, this is about rewiring. You don't need to become someone else. You need to return to the version of you that always existed beneath the conditioning. Take a moment now. Place your hand over your heart. Breathe. Inhale softly. Exhale completely. Let this be the moment you remember who you are. We live in a world that profits from your self-doubt, but there is a deeper truth that lives in your bones. A truth that says, you are already enough. Your power is not in becoming someone new. It's in remembering who you've always been. In this space, together, we will explore the science, spirit, and softness of your inner world. Let's begin. Chapter 1. The Psychology of Self-Worth. Self-worth is not something you earn. It is something you reclaim. It's not built through achievements, titles, or validation. It's remembered in stillness, in safety, in truth. Psychology tells us that our core sense of self is formed early. We absorb beliefs from caregivers, culture, and experiences long before we have the language to question them. If you've ever felt like you are only loved when you perform, you must earn rest, joy, or attention, you're too sensitive, emotional, or difficult, then you're not alone. You are simply conditioned. But conditioning can be reprogrammed. You are not your past. You are not the stories you inherited. Self-worth lives beneath the surface. It isn't always loud or flashy. Sometimes it looks like declining what doesn't serve you, saying no without explanation, taking a deep breath before responding, leaving the room instead of staying where your soul isn't seen. It's choosing rest over burnout, silence over proving, truth over pleasing. Self-worth is boundaries. Self-worth is choice. Self-worth is knowing you don't have to be perfect to be powerful. The world often teaches women to be pleasing, quiet, accommodating. But self-worth challenges that. It is the quiet strength that allows you to take up space without apology. The internal flame that keeps burning even when the world misunderstands you. Journal prompt. What were you taught made you worthy? Was it achievement, beauty, performance? Who would you be if worth wasn't something to earn, but something you already had? Try this practice. Every morning, place one hand on your heart and whisper a truth you believe about yourself, or want to believe. Even if it's hard to say, let that seed grow. Say it now. I am not broken. I am patterned, and I can rewire. Say it again. My worth is inherent. I do not need to hustle to deserve. Repeat this daily until your nervous system believes it's true. Chapter 2. The Survival Self. Your habits are not flaws. Your coping is not failure. Your perfectionism, people-pleasing, overthinking, self-sabotage, they are all adaptations. Strategies you unconsciously learned to keep you safe, loved, or accepted. The survival self was born when your environment required you to shrink or shift in order to belong. And she did her job well. Maybe you became the achiever, the caretaker, the peacekeeper, The invisible one. These identities form when your nervous system pairs acceptance with self-abandonment. But what helped you survive is not what helps you thrive. Let's name her. The survival self. She's the version of you that over-explains, that panics when she rests, that says yes with a tight throat. The one who disappears so no one can reject her. She is smart, she is strong, she was necessary, and she is tired. Now is the time to honor those parts, to thank the patterns, and to choose differently. Speak to yourself like you would to a child who had to grow up too fast. Thank you for protecting me. You don't have to work so hard anymore. I'm safe now. Create a sacred space to meet your survival self. Sit quietly. Ask her what she needs. Thank her for how she kept you alive. Then gently tell her, you've got it from here. Integration is a feminine act. You don't need to exile the parts of you that were afraid. You can reparent them, hold them, love them back into calm. You are not too much for healing. Healing is your birthright. The moment you realize you can choose safety internally, not through others, is the moment you begin to return to yourself. You are allowed to outgrow the roles that once kept you alive. You are allowed to become someone new. Chapter 3. Boundaries without guilt. Boundaries are not walls. They are bridges. Bridges that protect your peace, preserve your energy, and define your identity. Psychologically, a boundary is where you end and someone else begins. But for women raised in systems of guilt and people-pleasing, boundaries often feel like betrayal. But here's the truth. A boundary is an act of self-love. Boundaries do not make you cold. They make you clear. They tell the world, I value myself enough to protect what matters. When you start setting boundaries, people who benefited from your lack of them may resist. That's not a sign you're doing something wrong. It's proof that you're doing something different. Boundaries are not just external. They are internal choices about where your energy flows, what conversations you allow, what thoughts you entertain, what habits you break. You do not need to explain, justify, or over-apologize. Saying no is not a rejection of others. It is a return to yourself. Daily practice. That doesn't work for me. I'm not available for that. Let me get back to you. Let these phrases become your sacred armor. Write down one boundary you will practice this week. Speak it aloud. Stand by it with grace. And remember, boundaries don't push away the right people. They protect your access to yourself. Chapter 4. The Shame Script. Shame is the silent script that whispers, you are not enough. Psychologists define shame as the belief that you are bad, not just that you did something wrong, but that you are wrong. Shame lives in the shadows. It thrives in secrecy. It keeps you small, agreeable, quiet, and disconnected from your power. Many women carry shame in their voice, in their hunger, in their beauty, in their power. To rewire shame, we bring it into the light. We name it, we witness it, we soften around it. I am not too much. I am not a burden. I am worthy of being seen. What if your most shamed parts are your most sacred? What if your sensitivity, ambition, intensity, or desire was never meant to be dulled, but channeled? Try this. Write a letter to your younger self. Apologize for the shame she carried. Tell her the truth she never heard. Hold her in your imagination. Speak gently. Let her rest. Shame may feel like a cage, but healing builds the key. Forgiveness is the lock. Self-compassion is the exit. Let your softness speak. Let your truth ripple. Let your energy expand. Healing shame is how we return to wholeness. Chapter 5. Nervous System and Worthiness. You cannot manifest from a dysregulated nervous system. When your body is in fight, flight, or freeze, the mind cannot feel safe enough to receive. And self-worth, at its root, is a sense of safety within yourself. The nervous system is the foundation of identity, the tone of your voice, the way you hold your shoulders, the pause before you speak your needs. Regulation is not a luxury. It is a prerequisite for embodiment. Begin with regulation. Deep belly breathing, gentle body movement, safe touch and self-soothing, slow morning rituals, limiting your exposure to emotional chaos. Safety is the soil where worthiness grows. Visualization. Imagine your breath wrapping around your heart like warm light. Let each inhale bring expansion. Let each exhale release contraction. Whisper gently, I am safe. Rewiring is not a mindset hack. It's a physiological shift. It is safe to be seen. It is safe to be supported. It is safe to be soft. Wholeness is not a performance. It is a nervous system in harmony. Give your body the signals it needs. Slow down, soften, feel. Let the exhale teach your cells that there is no danger here. Chapter 6. The Becoming. You don't become by becoming someone else. You become by remembering who you were before the world told you who to be. The becoming is subtle, quiet, sacred. It's the way you speak truth without trembling, the way you take up space without apology, the way you let your life expand without guilt. You were never too much. You were always meant for more. Embodiment practice. For one day, dress, speak, move, and decide as if you already were the woman you are becoming. Watch what shifts. Becoming is a soft unfolding. It is the choice to no longer abandon yourself. It is the courage to say, I trust who I am becoming. Your self-worth is no longer up for debate. Your softness is no longer negotiable. Your becoming has already begun. Chapter 7. Reclaiming your voice. Your voice is a bridge between your inner truth and the outer world. Yet many women have been taught silence is safer. Reclaiming your voice means speaking from authenticity, setting clear intentions, and trusting your truth. Practice speaking your needs clearly, softly, yet firmly. Notice how the world responds when you stand in your power. Chapter 8. The Art of Receiving. Receiving is a deeply feminine principle, yet many of us struggle with allowing ourselves to truly receive, be it love, abundance, or care. Practice relaxing your body, opening your palms, and affirming daily, I allow myself to receive effortlessly and joyfully. Chapter 9. The Wisdom of Emotions. Your emotions are messengers, guiding you toward deeper truths. Rather than suppressing them, practice welcoming your emotions with curiosity. Ask yourself, what is this emotion trying to tell me? What do I need right now? Chapter 10. Cultivating Inner Trust. Trusting yourself is fundamental to rewiring. Inner trust is built by keeping small promises to yourself, noticing when intuition speaks, and choosing courage over comfort. Daily affirm, I trust my inner wisdom. I trust the path unfolding before me. Chapter 11. The Power of Intuition. Intuition is your soul's compass. Develop it by practicing stillness, meditation, and daily reflection. Notice subtle nudges, gut feelings, and intuitive insights. Affirm, my intuition is clear and powerful. Chapter 12. Embodied Sovereignty. Sovereignty is reclaiming complete ownership of your body, mind, and spirit. It's understanding your worth, setting loving boundaries, and living your truth unapologetically. Affirm daily, I am sovereign, I am free, I am fully myself. There is nothing to prove, nothing to earn, nothing to chase. You are already worthy, already becoming, already aligned. Let this audiobook be your recalibration, your mirror, your homecoming. Return to it whenever you forget. You are not broken. You are being rebuilt, in your image, on your terms, at your pace.